interesting. These two do very much go back and forth, just like, you know, and actually we see kind of on a sort of more sort of general note as well, the top four of Bloom, Peli, Emas, and Bloom, you know, they do all go back and forth with each other. They've all found sets on each other, but it's just trying to find sort of the crucial ones. And this is very much that. You know, both these players very much not wanting to lose here, because this is, you know, to find themselves in that losers final. So it's now, who wants it more? Is it going to be Luugi or is it going to be Peli? Let's get into it.
Yeah, here you go. Losers, semis, a loser out of 4th place. Not taking home any money, I do believe. It's the top 3 who make a buck here at Smashpoint number 4. But it's got to be one of these 2 players who at least makes it to 3rd. And already, as you can see, Peli is committed to just kind of, you know, taking it slow. But every time they make a mistake around Luugi, Luugi has made it count.
Yeah, no, and again, we're seeing, you know, sort of Peli sort of just being a little bit more, you know, sort of slowed down, a bit more defensive here, doesn't want to get up in Luugi's face, and understandably so, because he knows that if he gets grabbed, that is going to spell big news. You can see Luugi was going for it there, and an absolutely lovely parry there, going to net him the grab, but Peli just being aware of that and just getting immediately out of that dangerous situation.
Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Catching the double jump with the up air. There's no jump on Peli right now. Quite surprised the plunger missed. Waiting at roll distance for Peli to get off the ledge. And it pays off, even though they were a little bit slow on the draw. The forward smash is going to be the first stop for Luugi here. And now, again, the lead versus Sonic.
Yeah, and that back air going to connect as well. But good save on the jump there from Luugi. You know, unfortunately, actually, you know, Aimbo helping him recover the first time, Peli just still being on it, send him off the stage as well, and then, you know, forcing Luugi to go for that air dodge, and Peli just saying, right, and that's it, that's your stop gone. Just landing that back air.
Yeah, back to even. Fantastic edge guard sequence, one that was absolutely necessary, reading the air dodge, but using spring to get out of these combos, it's clearly not flipping working. 73% on Peli here, and that's surely going to be an up B. 0% on Peli. That's a stock deleted.
Yeah, no, Luugi actually, you know, avoiding that forward smash as well, and then just seeing that opportunity to nail that up B, put himself in an incredible position in this game 1. Peli really just having to go a bit more on the aggressive side here, but still doesn't want to approach Luugi too much, but he needs to get these hits in, and he knows that.
Okay, but again, as we've seen through a lot of Luugi's matches today, it's all in the ledge trapping. Can your opponent get these edge guards and keep them off stage? Because that is where Luugi, I think, struggles the most as a player. And now you're just playing neutral versus Luugi, because you're looking for that hit, but Peli hasn't been able to find it nearly as easily as he has been, I think, in previous sets of theirs. Luugi just taking that, could be dead.
Yeah, no, so Peli honestly escaping death there. Luugi not able to find much off that grab at all. But, you know, Peli still struggling to find this hit that he needs to take away the stop. Peli just, you know, meanwhile struggling, you know, just to keep themselves alive. And in the end, it's a trade in the favor of Luugi that seals the deal and goes up 1-0 in this set.
Yeah, brilliant recognition from Luugi, knowing exactly where Peli was going to drift, looking for the ledge, I believe was Peli. Throwing out a back air as well for good measure, but it's going to trade with Luugi's back air, and with Luigi, that back air is definitely killing at 100 on the ledge, like no questions asked. Luugi going up here in game 1, which means, at least at the start of this next game, Luugi has the ability to kind of camp and say, yo, if you want to reach this set, you come to me.
Absolutely. Yeah, and we've seen time and time again where Luugi is happy to play at that slower pace, but when the time calls for him to be in the driver's seat, he will absolutely carry that all the way to the end. And so, you know, Peli is going to have to combat that, and it's not what we saw in game 1. So, you know, and again there, you know, Luugi now been given an opportunity, and he finds it with 68%.
Yeah, normally, if you counterpick Luigi to FD, I'd call you a crazy person, right? But Peli is playing literally the fastest character in the game. So you can afford to kind of like pick your landings, you know exactly, like, you have so many options, like, into Smash.
Oh, yeah. That's honestly very unfortunate for Peli, but it happens so often when you face up against Luigi, because of course that up-B does have the strange interaction of basically almost swapping both characters. You know, Luigi is recovering, and then suddenly you clank with it, and then you're in a position where you have to recover, and a lot of people do panic air dodge. But Peli just not, you know, being put off by that, you know, and just evening right back up.
Bit of a repeat of the first game, you know. That was Luugi just taking the stock in quite a good fashion. But one edgeguard sequence with those back airs, and Peli is evening it up straight here. You do see the camping, of course, like we saw in the EMAS set versus Luugi. But ultimately, like, Sonic's camping has got to be a bit different. You don't have a lot of projectiles, you don't have any projectiles for that matter. You've just got yourself, and especially on FD, here we go, could this be something?
And no, not quite. I absolutely love the way that Luugi approaches Peli as well. You saw there where he was actually just running towards him, Peli, and then to immediately just jump back and get the grab. And it's so clever just to really just, you know, put yourself in a better position. However, Peli, certainly someone that you can never, you know, put down for good. You know, finding themselves in a lead now as well, which means Luugi is going to have to, you know, make some changes here if he wants to keep himself in. Need to find this stop, but Peli just going to try and get as much free damage as he wants here.
Yeah, absolutely. One committal to a grab too early, and that is 27% on Luugi's last stock. But again, the pace of the match has changed. Is that a back air? Yes, it is. DI out or DI in, you are going to either up B or back air. Luugi is going to even up the stock count, but again, Peli can now play it a little bit slower, even if it's just a 40% deficit.
Yeah, now Luugi in a position where he's got to play carefully. I love the use of the projectile as well. You know, the fireball just to interrupt Peli, who was trying to go for a ledge guarding sequence. You know, now he's got to comfortably back, but Peli just continues it all the same and says, okay, yeah, you stopped that one. Now about the second one, or even the third one. And he's just not letting Luugi come back at all, and I don't think he's going to allow it as he finds another forward air, and you don't have a jump, so you're just dead, Wazza.
Yeah, you're DI into the blast zone of that one. Luugi recognizing that, like, Peli waited for all the resources in the world to be expended. You know they've played a lot when Peli waited for the neutral air dodge, mind you, below the ledge. Presumably, Luugi wanted to up B back onto the ledge and, yeah, just reacting with falling forward there. Really, really good stuff from Peli, and again, all comes back to the lead. Peli's edge guarding has been cleared up, which allows Peli to come back if they need to, and also find the lead. And that is what is, you know, playing Sonic is all about, right?
Yeah, and again, now we're starting to see it. You know, Peli getting a good position there right at the start. You know, putting Luugi off stage and then just keeping up a bit of a sequence. And now, as we talked before and mentioned so many times, he was put in the driver's seat. Luugi just robbing that away, finding their own few hits. And now we just reset right back inside neutral, waiting to see who is going to take up the wheel.
Yeah, the ledge trap here coming out from Luugi. Luugi using the down B, the cyclone to get out of disadvantage. Oh, a bit of a misinput there, I think, from Peli going for that air dodge. But again, you cannot give Luugi these opportunities. Look at the way they are now waiting for Peli to approach them and looking for those grabs.
Yeah, now and Peli just using that neutral air to confirm into that back air, and now being in a position where he can just play a lot more defensively. He's got a lead right now. He doesn't need to approach, and so he won't. And you can see there, he was just waiting for Luugi to come towards him, and then he gets a bit more off it anyway. Finding that up air, leading into the back air. Now you can play even more defensively. He doesn't need to commit anything. Use an up air just to go past him.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It just so is. And now, you know, with Peli with an entire stock lead, we are beginning to see the nickel and diming that we see from Peli. Oh my goodness me, the extra hit, or the extended hit, sorry, off the fireball, catching Luugi off guard. And with 3 stocks to 1, you have to imagine that Luugi is not looking forward to how long this game lasts.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is now just literally, this is the dream for Peli now, because he's in a position where, you know, he's got 2 stocks up, and he's, you know, yes, he's 117%, but that's still not massively high. It's, you know, it's a position where, you know, things like backer will take the stock away, but it's still not too scary for Peli, so he can just keep his distance, run away, and, you know, make sure he doesn't commit to anything. But and even there with the cyclone, catching Peli off stage, it's still not enough to take away the stock.
I thought if he knew that, no resources going to go for the up B, that would surely have to be a down air, or just any aerial really. But Luugi, I think, kind of getting a bit frustrated, not being the options that are right there and definitely could seal the kill. And Peli's going to take that all the way to the bank. Oh, Peli makes it. Sorry, I caught him down because I thought Luugi was just dead there. But no, another lease on life. We've got to find a 0 to death, I think.
Yeah, no, Luugi really having to dig deep here if he wants to get himself back into this game. But Peli, with this strong lead that he has, not risking anything, you can see it. Luugi does find a grab, though, and this can always spell disaster no matter where you're in. Good DI from Peli, though, just immediately getting out of that position. And now Luugi, again, just struggling. You see them running there, just trying to find a hit on Peli. Any hit will do, but Peli's just not allowing it.
Yep, another edge guard situation, but it gets reversal by the dash attack. Luugi going all the way down, but it's not going to be enough. The jump is caught by back air, and if there is something that Luugi loves to do, it is jump from ledge. So I think Peli's kind of caught onto that. You see a lot of these back airs on ledge hitting. That is exactly why. And now that Peli's gone 2-1 up on Luugi, you've got to think that Luugi has to change something, especially in the first stop of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. He needs to get back to a position that we saw in that game 1, where he just needs that momentum again. He needs to find a way to be in front of Peli constantly, because he cannot allow Peli just to run away.
Yeah, okay, we see PS2 again, the stage pick for these two. Luugi, interesting. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Luugi, seemingly not thinking it's anything to do with the stage. If there is a stage I'm going to win on, it is still going to be PS2. But again, now that we see 70% of those kind of combos and those kind of strings coming out from Peli, but I was going to say how good it was from Peli, but Luugi evening it straight back up on interaction.
Yeah, absolutely lovely. And then just Peli immediately firing back. Is Luugi able to make it back? You see him go for that jump on the side B, but Peli just waiting. But the misfire, still not enough to save it. It does give him the distance to come back, but Peli just says, no, I don't care. You're getting back at again.
Yeah, and I mean, Peli has not failed a back edge guard, I don't think, in this game. Or on this set, sorry. Every time you've got, Luugi just going for the missiles, they are always ready for that. Okay. I say that and it happens. Of course it does. Commentator's curse, you already know what it is. But, like, the consistency that Peli's been getting them at is still very impressive, and it is why he's been winning these games since game 1.
Yeah, I mean, as you say, like, Peli is always in the perfect position, to strike where it matters most. And, Luugi just kind of struggling a little bit just to, mix up how he comes back in certain positions, Now, finally, of course, Luugi able to keep center stage, but still, enough to take away Peli's stock here. Even a Cyclone, Peli falls out of there. But finally, the Nair hits, and Peli's stock is gone. Now Luugi, again, just running back, sort of keeping the distance. They do not want to be hit while Peli is coming down from that respawn invincibility. But you know how it is, Wazza. Peli already firing back, keeping Luugi on that ledge. You see him going for the back air as well, but it's still not going to connect just yet.
I really want to talk about something that Luugi's doing in disadvantage right now, but I just know something is going to happen. So let's get it out real quick. He's using those up airs to clank with the springs, and I've seen him do this versus Carnage before against the turnips that get thrown down there. He just uses Luigi's hitboxes to clank with the projectiles that get thrown out versus him. And it's really, really good stuff because that I like that misfire, but it means that they're surviving a lot more off stage. Just really, really unfortunate stuff there. You can't really do much about a misfire happening at that point. But it is going to be fortunate for Peli because that means Peli just gets to run to the corner all over again. Yeah,
absolutely. I mean, it's a funny one because, that's the third misfire that we've seen from Luugi in this game alone. Just one of those keeping tally at home. But it just, in that particular instance, actually put him in a position where he was just not able to comfortably avoid the swing. So he would just clang to it instead, fall back, and now, Peli just, as you say, absolutely taking that. Luugi still on the hunt to find a second stop. But I love the way he threw at that back air there, clanking with that spin dash. And now it's a different game entirely with Luugi potentially being in the position here where he can, you know, pull this all the way back from the little depths.
I know he's knocked down 3 stocks to 1 this game. No, no, no. 1 interaction. Look at these up airs. And there it is.
Oh, and that is
what
just
did I
it.
say? 1 interaction is all it takes. Luugi steals away game 2. And wow, we are going to a game 5 now with, oh my god, everything to play for.
Yeah, just absolutely ridiculous from Luugi. Again, it's the word we are looking for and the word we have said is momentum. Luugi had it in that final stock and he carried it all the way to the blast zone. You know, finding those few hits and then just land it into the up B, and that is exactly what he needs to put himself into this game 5. And this is it for one of these players now. Losers semi-finals, game 5. One of these two going to be moving on through to the losers finals, face off against EMAS. One of these two going to be going home in 4th place. Now, who wants it more? Is Luugi going to carry on the momentum that he just got from that last dog? Or is Peli, who has been otherwise pretty dominant in the last few games, just going to keep that going?
That is the question. The question of the hour. The question that matters most here in the game 5.
Ooh.
And it looks to be Luugi right now, which is doing all of the work. 109% right now. Dead. On the... How does he know? He's never got up with the jump up air from disadvantage. But like, as soon as they... Like, Luugi just knew. Luugi was there with the up smash.
Exactly.
And again, the first stock goes to Luugi. That's a big deal.
Yeah, and I mean, Luugi's reaction speed in general has just been absolutely ridiculous in the set. Just being able to catch on just even to the smallest of things, you know, has been so on point. Now, you know, unfortunately, you know, you did see Luugi there being caught out by that back air, hoping to get a misfire, but in the end, it just didn't come out for them, which meant they were forced to fall to their death. So, Peli now using that position, you know, that change in that shift now in the pace to potentially carry himself forwards and doing a pretty good job. But Luugi, you can see that just zoning with that fireball and the you know, the grab, you know, to just keep Peli away.
Yeah, and I mean, somehow, now that that edge guard has happened, we haven't seen anything super duper explosive from Luugi. And every time that's happening, we are seeing Peli just nickel and dime their way every single percent, a small 30%, a small 25%, like those Nair back airs. It's so good.
Oh, Peli!
Peli on ledge. And again, he's not missing these back air edge guards. The whole game has turned around now because of that. Look at this, Peli looking down the barrel of winners finals.
Yeah, and this could just be it. Peli diving down there, but unfortunately Luugi able to avoid it. The back end didn't connect, but again, as you said, was a completely different game now and a very scary position for Luugi to be here. The misfire coming out once more for Luugi, and that actually might just be what it needs. It needs exactly what he wants there. As he does get the grab, lands that into the back air, but Peli responding back quickly with his forward air, now putting Luugi off stage. Peli diving down once again, but unfortunately not going to able to connect into the crucial back air that he wanted.
This man rolled the dice, and here the fortune favored the bold. That was exactly what he needed to get that stock, as you say, but now here we are. Peli has the game in hand, basically. At the percent that they're at, you know, that's 1 edge guard away from victory. We're off ledge now, but as soon as you give Luugi the stage...
Oh! And
he's not!
And you can
It's
see
not
that.
happening.
Yeah, you can see that Peli just is pumped because he knows how important that was. Just keeping himself central, waiting for Luugi just to land in the center of the stage and just firing back with a strong punch to the gut.